everybody. Welcome back to Headlines, where we round up the week's most interesting news stories for all of you. We start off with some updates on COVID-19. The number of people who have tested positive is nearing the 4 million mark. But today, let's look at some major developments that have been made in terms of COVID-19 vaccinations. A group of 6 monkeys were given an Oxford University-developed COVID-19 vaccine last month and were then exposed to the virus. After 28 days, the scientists behind the vaccine announced last week that the trials had been successful and the monkeys had not caught the virus. These are only the first stage animal trials though. Human trials and approvals by various health bodies will take much longer. The monkeys that were used were rhesus monkeys because of the similarity to humans. Since they're so similar to us, they most likely didn't enjoy being locked up in a room for 28 days straight. Their emotions probably went from Curious George to Furious George. The vaccines have been sent to India for mass production. The development is being overseen by the Serum Institute of India. The owner of SII has stated that the company aims to develop at least 400 million doses by next year. The institute predicts a price of 1,000 rupees or approximately $15 per vaccine. However, major world governments, including the Indian and British governments, say that they will vaccinate their people for free. All of this just further reinforces the fact that anything valuable which comes out of India is sold internationally at bargain prices. First it was fast food tandoori chicken, then it was quick mix chai. Now it's COVID-19 vaccines. Until the vaccine has been produced, confirmed and further tested, however, we cannot afford to celebrate. And that will probably take a very long time. Countries are still using stringent measures to suppress COVID-19 growths. India, for example, has extended its nationwide lockdown till the 17th of May. Hong Kong, on the other hand, is starting to lift its lockdown. So, stay put at home. Catch the latest Scooby-Doo movie, maybe play a bit of Animal Crossing, but remember, there is hope out there. Next to North Korea. The supreme leader, Kim Jong-un, is back in business. Usually, this would be good news. If Obama was sick and returned to office, most Americans would be overjoyed. In the case of Kim Jong-un, however, most North Koreans are probably going, oh no, we failed. Kim Jong-un had abruptly disappeared from office last week. He was supposedly in critical condition after receiving a surgery. Doctors had said that obesity, excess eating and overworking had led to a disease in his stomach region. Obesity? Excess eating? Overworking? Now it just seems like Kim Jong-un is a strict version of Kung Fu Panda. During his recovery, the world was in panic. Okay, maybe not the world, but Kim's BFF, President Trump, was definitely in a state of despair. Last week though, photos of the North Korean leader returning to office circulated the internet and they were deemed legitimate by South Korean officials. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, came out with some major news last week, declaring that flogging, an age-old punishment in the Middle East that follows the words of the Quran, would be made illegal. In addition to this, MBS also stated that the country would no longer be executing anyone for crimes that they committed as children. Many say that this is MBS's push to modernize Saudi Arabia and attune its beliefs to the customs of the 21st century. While MBS's decisions have pleased the vast majority of the Saudi Arabian population, it has caught clerics off guard. Since the establishment of Saudi Arabia as a nation-state in 1932, the country's laws have primarily been derived from the holy scriptures of the Quran. And the fact that MBS is trying to change this practice in his attempt to become more liberal has not been received well by the clerics of the nation. Although some people see this as a more liberal shift though, MBS is concentrating even more power. He's historically thrown thousands of people in prison, including an uncle and a cousin. Come to think of it, the Saudi royal family's relationship sounds like something just out of Game of Thrones. Apple came up with some big news last week. The trillion-dollar company has a new addition to its Pro laptop lineup. It's the new and improved MacBook Pro 13-inch. This MacBook supposedly comes with everything. An innovative new keyboard, double the storage, triple the battery life, and a brand new Retina display, all packed into their most portable laptop yet. All that promotion, and I still know I'm not going to be getting a free version from Apple. Oh well, now it's time for the downsides. Critics say that, although the announcement was made with much hype and excitement, the actual specifications of the computer haven't changed that much. The new Mac is fairly similar to the old one. To top that off, MacBook is supposedly Apple's cheapest laptop of the Pro series yet. And guess what? It is, starting at only 10,000 Hong Kong dollars. That was sarcasm, by the way. The 3rd May was the date of the World Press Freedom Day 2020. The goal of World Press Freedom Day is to foster media protection and freedom. And in the wake of COVID-19, news freedom is an important issue to discuss, as fake news and misinformation is running rampant all over the world. The World Press Freedom Index, released annually by Reporters Without Borders, has been consistently ranking 180 countries in terms of their press freedom since 2002. This year saw many countries dropping in their ranks. Hong Kong, for example, ranked 73rd last year, dropped to 80th this year. In addition to releasing this index, the Reporters Without Borders also hosted a live online seminar on the 3rd of May. People worldwide were able to participate in an interactive live stream discussion where journalists discussed the challenges they face in today's world. Other online discussions from the 4th of May to the 6th of May covered media independence and how journalist safety is affected while covering COVID-19. The Vice President of Amazon, Tim Bray, has resigned from his position. His resignation was not out of spite for his own position. Rather, he pointed out that it was because he was tired of the way Amazon treated its workers. Amazon has recently sacked a large group of workers for voicing out their opinions about working conditions amidst the coronavirus pandemic. Last Friday, for example, workers in the US participated in a protest against poor working conditions and inadequate safety protections, claiming that the company has failed to provide enough face masks for workers, did not implement regular temperature checks it promised at warehouses, and has refused to give workers paid sick leave. Bray says Amazon is designed to promote a climate of fear, and that was an environment that he was not able to work in. I never thought I would see the day where both Amazons were witnessing bad climates. That's all for this week. I'll see you next time on Headlines.